Hello, everyone. Today's topic is change the voice, that is active and passive voice. So let's begin. To be able to understand active and passive voice, you need to have a good understanding of subjects, verbs, and objects within sentences. Active and passive voice refers to whether the subject or the object in the sentence performs the action of the verb. In active voice, the subject performs the action of the verb, whereas in passive voice, the object performs the action of the verb. Let's see the given example for better understanding. The dog chased the ball across the yard. So the subject is who or what we are talking about in the sentence. In this case, the dog is what we are talking about. So the dog is the subject. What is the dog doing? The dog is chasing. That is the verb. The verb is the doing word. Chased is the verb. What is the dog chasing becomes your object. The object is the thing the verb is working on or acting upon. In this case, the ball is the object. Now let's see the active voice rules. In English, active sentences are used much more often than passive sentences. In active sentences, the subject performs the action to the object. For example, fisherman caught a fish. Second example is, the girl is reading a book. In the first example, fisherman is the subject, is doing the action of catching, that is caught. It's your verb. Is catching what? A fish. A fish becomes the object. Whereas in the second example, the girl is reading a book. The girl is your subject. Is reading is the action, that is the verb. A book is the object. So in active voice, the subject directly acts on the object. The tone is clear and immediate, as if you throw a ball directly at a target and the target gets all the force of the ball. Now let's see the rules for passive voice. In passive sentences, the word order is reversed. The subject receives the action and the object is performing it. For example, the fish was caught by the fisherman. The fish is now the subject, but it is receiving the action, whereas the verb is caught. The verb caught now comes after a past tense form of the auxiliary verb to be, that is was or were. The fisherman is still performing the action, that is caught, but the preposition by is added to show this. Let's see the next example. The book was read by the girl. The book is now the subject, but is receiving the action. The verb was is used again, but this time reading is changed to the past participle, that is read. And the girl is still performing the action of reading, but the preposition by is added to show this. So in passive voice, the subject is acted on by the object, and the tone is roundabout, as if you bounce a ball off a wall to hit a target, and the wall and the target both get some of the force of the ball. So the impact is not as strong or clear. Now there are some tricky part in the passive voice. Let's see it. Some passive sentences don't say who or what is doing the action of the verb to the subject. The object is missing, but the sentence still makes sense. The example will give you better understanding. The water was stored. Here the subject is the water, and the verb was done to the subject, but we don't know who did. So we don't know by whom or what. In the second example, it was missing. Here the subject is it, that is a pronoun. Again, the verb was done to the subject, but we don't know by whom or what. So it's okay if we don't know the object, we can assume it. I hope the concept of active and passive voice is clear. Now let's take a quiz to test your understanding. As you can see, we have a quiz. There is a question and 4 options given. I'll read out the question and 4 options, and you guess the answer in 15 seconds. So let's begin. Which sentence is written in the active voice? The damage was caused by the hurricane. The Cubs were protected by the lioness. The sports car was driven by the world champion. Joseph practiced his headers before the Cup final. So the correct answer is Joseph practiced his headers before the Cup final. In the given sentence, Joseph is the subject, practiced is the verb, and his headers is the object. So the given sentence is an active voice because the subject Joseph is performing the action that is practiced on the object that is his headers. As in the active voice, the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action. The given statement is the perfect example of active voice. Let's see the next question. Underline the objects in these active sentences. Isabel threw a ball into the air. In the playground, the dog chased the cat. I carefully carried the egg. So the first answer is Isabel threw a ball into the air. The ball is the object. In the playground, the dog chased the cat. The cat is the object. I carefully carried the egg. The egg is the object. Hope you got it right. Let's see the third question. Rewrite the sentence below so that it is written in the passive voice. Remember to punctuate your answer correctly. The lazy man ignored the alarm clock. The correct answer is the alarm clock was ignored by the lazy man. In the given answer, the alarm clock is your subject, was ignored is the verb, by the lazy man is the object. The given statement is in the passive voice because the subject of the sentence, that is the alarm clock, is receiving the action of being ignored rather than performing the action. I hope you get all the answers correct. So that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any doubts, you can comment below. Thank you so much.